You care to share who that is to the side of you off camera?
Man, that's my partner. Like, I met him when we was locked up, and he was just cause at times in there, like, I used to be like, I ain't had no love, like, I ain't had no support, like, when nobody helped me, but like, he already like, you know what I'm saying, a person who already like, been out here, and like, he kind of older than me, but he young still though, but he already know the ropes and stuff the same way, and like, he already been paid like way before all this shit right here, ain't got their own paper, but like, he's always tell me like, look, bro, like, it's like if somebody don't sign you, like by the time we get out here, I'm gonna sign you, like, and he was like, I just gotta get out these charges or whatever. He ended up beating all his charges or whatever. I ain't gonna speak on those, but man, he was like, LeBron telling you like, QC gonna come sign you or 10-17, like when you get out, you gonna pop. And I'm like, man, I don't know, like, cause it just ain't believable. But he was like, listen, you gonna blow, like he used to pay me while I was in jail just to sit there and rap all night. I swear he used to pay me all night just to rap, just rap Q. Or he used to pay me like, oh, I'm finna order you some pads off a commissary. You need to go make some music. He'd be like, I'm finna pay you to sit right here and make music. We in jail, like, man, really like take care of me, making sure I'm straight just to do music while I'm in here. And that joint like really like meant a lot to me, cause like, damn, like this what the streets at in here, like this what the real streets at in here, and like he just started listening to me, like everybody be listening to me, like especially when they hear him listen to me, you know what I'm saying? They do whatever he say, whatever. So everybody just listening like this nigga is hard. Like he having a whole CO stopping in there, like the COs over the jail with, like they coming in there, he got them folk coming out there just listening to me, like Adon, they like this was good, like shit crazy, like the nigga like telling me shit like. Shit, and I'm saying now this shit he telling me I'm gonna experience when I get out. I wasn't believing that shit when I was locked up. I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? But I knew he was gonna make it happen, you feel me? But it just, I ain't know getting out before him and it just happened anyway. The same, everything he told me. Like, you're gonna be looking at the stars that night. I ain't know what he was talking about. Like, the shit he was explaining, I was imagining it, but now I seen it. Shit crazy.
What jail was this at the time that you two met?
We was in Bill County. That shit, that boy, in Macon. That shit so fucked up.
And do you remember the first time you two actually met, like how that happened in jail?
I ain't even gonna count, like, we really ain't like each other at first. We ain't like each other because it was just like, he got down, he cocky as hell. Like, but he, you know what I'm saying, he loaded and he young, he know it, you feel me? Like, man, like, got paper, like, business owner, all that, like, he know it, you feel me? And like, me, I'm just like I said, menace, robber, you know, young nigga who don't give a fuck or nothing, but he like, and he a young nigga too, you know what I'm saying? He just like, he only like 2 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? But that big brother still, but I'm like, we ain't like each other at first, but it was just like, his room was like right up under like one of my partner room, and I was just in that bit beating loud of here. He was like, hey, Carl, I'm trying to sleep. And I was like, all right. I went out like, man, fuck them, I'm finna rap again. So got down with the rap and let out. He came out, he like, come on, trying to sleep. You want to listen? Like, man, that shit kind of hard, bro. He went up there, and, like he didn't go up there right there. He just let me do my thing, and like he got down, like Q. He just tell me like, spit that shit all the time, like spit that shit. He was like, you gonna have to, this what you gonna have to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Spit that shit. And like, he just like motivate me, like really talk to me about like a lot of real shit. And like, I ain't gonna count like the conversation shit that me and him had, it don't help me avoid a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it prepared me. No conversation in my head, that shit be like replaying. Like right now, like in real life, like that shit help a nigga, cause like, bro, everybody that was in my off the port video, not speaking on another interview, but everybody that got there was in that interview, they locked up. Some niggas dead, you know what I'm saying? That was just a couple months ago. And it's just like, the shit that they were telling me when I was in there, that shit stuck with me. Like, that shit crazy. Thinking about it, because this shit really stuck with me. And I be like, damn, that shit be a sign. Like, everything happened for a reason. Like, a lot of shit, like, niggas don't be in jail and niggas be from different cities and whole other stuff and doing whole truth. Like, and really, like, everything happened like that. Like, happened like that and everything. Like, how we said we were going to be pulling up. Like, yeah, right now, he in the orange vet. I'm in the yellow vet. Yeah, Stingray. Yeah, that's how we pulling up right now. And the shit was manifested, you feel me? Like, real life. And Bill County, that shit was fucked up. Like, niggas getting stabbed in that bitch. This a county jail now. This one of the worst places you, like, this a county jail though. Like, it's folks sleeping everywhere on the floor. Like, we in a, what, how many people in the dorm? Like, how many people supposed to be in the dorm? What, 60? 60. And how many people in that bit? Like, 150, 200? You feel me? About 200. And guess what? This jail supposed to hold like 1,500 people, like 4,000 people in this bit. Officers getting stabbed. They throwing you food in this bit. Nigga getting, like, officers getting killed while we in that bit. Goddamn nigga getting stabbed in front of us. Drugs in this bitch. Everybody on everything in here. It's like the streets in here. Like, folks on heroin in here, meth in here, Percocets, weed, K2 strips. Folks turning to zombies in this bitch. All type of shit. Like, on the stone surviving this motherfucker. And you don't get no mat. You don't get nothing. They don't give you none of that shit when you come here. You don't get no mat. You don't get none of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta goddamn get you a mat. You feel me? We like, nigga goddamn paying for mats and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was making me some money in there. Like, at first, like, I was fucked up. He'll tell you I was fucked up in that bit, but I'm a soldier. Like, I found my way in that bit. Found out what's going on. Made me some money in that bit. I had me about 5 mats in my room. I know he had about 7. For real. It got to the point where nigga got $1,000 worth of food in this bitch. Like, this shit really for real. Like, shit crazy. It's another world back there. Like, niggas cooking food on fire. We boiling shit through goddamn lights and shit. Like, this shit crazy. And, like, the way we had it set up, it's like power in that bit. Like, it's like power, hunger, like, on the Stones vibe. But, like, I came in that bit, had to be quiet, not say nothing. But when I left out that bit, I could snap my finger and the nigga got down and do anything I say. Or if I tell a nigga to wipe piss off my toilet seat, they would. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you have to adapt. You know what I'm saying? You might not even, if you don't adapt, eat your ass alive. Your ass to be somewhere in a dungeon somewhere because you don't got stabbed up or beat so many times they can't put you nowhere. Nigga don't put a hit on your head. You sweet. You can't be sweet enough. They eat you alive enough. I don't see niggas goddamn I don't see some crazy shit in that bit, boy. Niggas getting turned out in that bit. All type of shit going on in that bit. Crazy. For real. On the Stone surviving that bit. And I was already like locked up for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this shit don't get no better because I had just beat my charges. Me and her was locked up at the same time for the same shit. Like, 2 ads and attempted murder. That's what I was locked up for. I beat all my charges down there. I was locked up for 2 ads and attempted murder. I sat for like 2 years fighting that shit, but they ain't have no evidence. I beat the shit. You know what I'm saying? She beat the charges too. The shit crazy, but they had no evidence down there and still hold you on from. So after I beat the charges, I went to making the shit for some old shit from when I was a jet, like 17. That shit was crazy. And it was like, damn, I'm like, damn, this shit, I'm thinking, oh, shit finna get better. I went to court. He remember this shit. Them folks let me go at court. They fucked up the paperwork, and I was still in that bit of extra 6 months. Like, yeah. Nah, this was Bill County. Bill County fucked up. Waycross let me go, I wouldn't know. That shit was fucked up. And it like, shit was crazy. Like, I'm really saying, like, nigga, you die in the bed. You gotta protect yourself in the bed. You gotta sleep with a knife. You gotta have something. Hey, the motherfucker roof around that bit. Or you gotta have power like the way AD was. You got ain't nobody finna touch him. Touch AD, you want to, 1,000 niggas beat your ass. You touch me if you want to, you gonna have about 100 young niggas on your ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it is. You gotta survive in that bit, and you gotta get power. That's just like the streets. But just worse than the streets, cause you got the worst people in here, like murderers and killers and robbers. These niggas know they ain't never going home. I'm in that bit with motherfuckers on cold case and shit. You feel me? In real life, motherfuckers on TV, cold case. I'm in here with these motherfuckers. Niggas in here for the worst crimes. But shit, them bitches failed us.
Now, were you even given a bond at all?
Hell no. Them folks ain't give me no bond. You remember how that shit went. And then when I did get a bond, I had money for the bond, my own money that I don't made, you feel me? And guess what? What happened, AD? Well, nobody got there, come through and signed the bond. His mama was finna sign for my shit, but I just so happened to got there, paid the lawyer and got out. This man, mama was coming to put property down on my shit. His shit that he owned just to get me out of jail, bro. For real, bro. And that shit fucked up. Cause I ain't have nothing and nobody, so like, for y'all motherfuckers who watching this, you know what I'm saying? Don't at me for shit. Straight up. Don't at me for a bitch ass thing. I know y'all be asking. I don't spend enough money on y'all when I came home. I know I don't spend down there 300 on my people. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to goddamn the music shit and God. You know what I'm saying? But that shit dead. Like, everything changed when this shit happened, man.
So just for clarification, you did bond out at some point.
No, I had to sit there and fight them charges, so I went home. It wasn't no bond. They didn't give me no bond. Like, especially at the other jail, because they said my charges were too violent, like, and it's just like they had a vendetta for me. Like, it's like I ain't gonna speak on the other charges that I got off when I was a juvenile, but they really wanted me about that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they be like, he got away with it, you know what I'm saying? But like, ain't wasn't nothing that I ain't do shit, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it wasn't nothing y'all could do to me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't do shit. Y'all ain't had no evidence. I didn't do nothing in the first place. So it was a done route. And it's like, I stayed going to jail down there. Like, every time I went down there, well, I ain't be down there. Like, I used to be in Jacksonville with my grandma a lot. Like, that's why I was raised with my grandma Jackie a lot, my grandma Lizzie and all them, my people. I used to be in Macon. I went to Macon. I moved to Macon just like, cause I was out on my own. Like, I moved to my mama house when I was 13, 14. You feel me? Like, been on my own ever since. So it was just like, I was just out. Like, when I went to Macon, I was 17. I had my own crib and everything. Like, I don't know nobody in this whole city, but I ended up meeting people and growing, like, building my own dynasty down there bit before that shit crashed. You feel me? But it just like, I always knew like this shit was what I was supposed to be doing, music. The music was what I was supposed to be doing. That's why I feel like all that other shit wasn't working for me.
So I don't know if I misheard you here, but you said at some point his mother was about to put property up for you to bond out. So confused because you said there was no bond, but then that opportunity
See, like, in the other jail, before I beat them charges, I didn't have no bond. You see what I'm saying? So when I went to the other jail, I still didn't have no bond. And went over, like, I ain't had no bond, so I had to get me a lawyer. I paid for a lawyer with my own money. And then I ended up getting the bond situation, but nobody would come put their signature down. None of that. All you had to do is put your signature down to bond me out. And it's like a lot of people, they had a lot of stipulations though. You had to put like your credit score up, and it was a whole bunch of bullshit to bond out. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't got no damn 720 credit score. You had to have, what was it, like a 720? A 720 credit score, a higher, and all the other shit. And it was just like, they give you a bond and make it to the point where you can't bond out. You feel me? Unless you just like a wealthy nigga. You feel me? Or got wealthy people. Or know some wealthy people, or people who got their whole fucking life together. Talking about 720 credit score. They know we young niggas. We don't know nobody with that shit. So they make it hard for you, you know what I'm saying? So like, I had a bond, but I ain't had one. Yeah, I mean, like, I got the money for the bond, but I can't get the fucking bond. Like, the people that I can get to sign for me, like, my mama wouldn't sign for me, and like, all the so-called open. But I expect that shit. Like I said, I've been on my own since I was 14, so I expect that. But like, my mama got her shit together, you know what I'm saying? My mama just said like, oh, I don't want to put my signature up there because if I do, this and this is gonna happen. Like, cause shit'll happen if I go on a run or whatever. But push gonna shove, I just said, fuck that shit. I ain't asking nobody for shit. I'm just gonna goddamn fight each other. Like, shit, fuck it. And that's what I did.
Did that cause a rift between you and your mother in particular?
Like, it always been a real deal, but nah, it's straight. We good now. Like, I was just with my mom yesterday. Like, we Gucci. Like, I can't hold her for that because shit, at the end of the day, shit, she ain't the reason I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can't hold nobody accountable. You know what I'm saying? But I can go about how I move. You know what I'm saying? If don't nobody do shit for me, I ain't got to do shit for them. But my mama, I'ma always do something for her. But the rest of them niggas, like, I don't be stunting for because motherfuckers be, like, the shit that I do for people, they wouldn't do for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to cut all that shit to the end. Like, it ain't gonna never be no real for my mama. Shit, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for my mama. You know what I'm saying? You owe her everything. That's your mama, that's your queen, that's your everything, your mama. Y'all nigga watching this shit, respect your mama. Don't be on that push shit, respect your mama. Don't be none of that.
So just one more clarification then. His mother was able, or his mother was willing to put up property and sign
She
off?
was finna they was coming up there to do this shit, but my lawyer told him like, nah, just wait to save money, cause he'll be out the next week. Later, they getting shit ready to, these folks finna get me out of jail. Only thing they want me to do is this right here. I swear. And he like, just wait for me to come home, like, bro. You can stay up there with my mom. I swear to God, the man told me, you stay at my mama's house until I get out. He like, we gonna make sure, like, Like, man, that shit crazy. That shit no cap. That shit real shit. He would have stopped me if I was lying. This shit crazy. Cause it was just like, for a nigga like that, you meet behind the wall that I know you for sure this shit. Believe in you, like, bro, all these folk believe in me, bro. But I couldn't get my own city to push me the right way, you feel me? And they're like, damn, that's crazy, cause like, they just let you know nigga be hating. That's all they be. Nigga be hating. But they don't want to support shit, cause they don't believe. They let you know that nigga just don't believe. But it had me goddamn doubting myself. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, like, these folk really, and how I really, and the shit crazy, cause how I got out on the other charges, like, was crazy too, cause I ain't have no money for no lawyer. None of that. A nigga that was locked up there for a Fed case, or he wasn't even locked up for a Fed case, he was already in the Fed, but he had went there for, he was in our county there for contraband for some shit from the Fed. He had to do some time there for like a year. That nigga to pay for my lawyer, he from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nobody give me no pay for my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And then he got down pay for my lawyer just off the simple fact, cause goddamn my music was fire. Man got me a fucking $12,000 lawyer. And right after that, my charger got dropped. Them folks trying to get me goddamn 30 years. Them folks trying to get mine 30 years. A boat. You know what I'm saying? And I know I know they ain't got enough evidence, but they don't give a fuck. You ain't got no lawyer. They don't care about all that. Once I got that lawyer, them charges were dropped 2 weeks later. Shit was crazy. And I sit there all that time. Shit be crazy. Like, it was like I wasn't supposed to be there. It was just like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like I got too much talent to be another statistic, you feel me? Or be dead, or be in hell fighting for my life and shit. This shit. But it made me goddamn appreciate freedom. It made me appreciate freedom. And I ain't gonna say like I just got down with just abusing my freedom, but I was wild. Like, she know me. She'll tell you, like, in my city, like, folks will tell you, like, I don't, like, I don't tolerate no disrespect. It's just like, I wasn't in the right mind, and like the shit that I thought mattered didn't matter. I ain't even think shit mattered. That's the problem. Like, I ain't even give a fuck about nothing. And I was like, it was like I had a blindfold over my eye. But it was like, and I had been going to jail my whole life, but it was just like, this time it was just like different. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I was tired of something. I'm tired of this shit. And my daughter was born while I was locked up too. You know what I'm saying? And that shit fucked me up too, cause I was facing all that time, like, damn. Like, my daughter might not never get a chance to see me until, like, she got 20 years older. You feel me? Like, that shit, hell no, that shit'll make your ass goddamn change. And if you don't, you're just selfish.
Before you had the lawyer, did you have a public defender?
Hell yeah.
Were they of any help to you?
Hell no. Never.
If you didn't have that paid lawyer, hypothetically speaking, what do you think would have happened?
1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, be through. Oh, God. Man, better have a lawyer. On my mom, you better have a lawyer, especially where I'm from. Yeah, don't have a lawyer, the motherfuckers gonna hang your ass upside down. I'm trying to tell you. Where I'm from, it's country. Like, I stay, a 30-minute for Amar Arbor got killed. Like, man, it's 3 hours, 4 hours from where Trayvon Martin got killed. Like, it's country out here where we from. Like, so this, like, yeah, right, y'all do the mouth, so y'all know what's going on. Like, it's messed up down there. It's still racism where I'm from. Shit racist here. You know what I'm saying? Folks got, and they don't care about you having you better have a lawyer. If you don't, yeah, going up the road, simple. Give them a book, yeah, get them out the street. Cause where I'm from, it's a small town, it's like a retirement type town, and it's too much violence. People getting killed left to right, shot up. Like, somebody just robbed the bank down the other day, like, this shit crazy. And it's a real small, very small, like real small to play. So it's like too much violence going on for it to be that small, so they just trying to lock everybody up. They don't give a fuck.
Care to,
That's why I moved.
care to share the name of the lawyer that was instrumental with your case or cases?
I ain't gonna mention the one in Macon, cause he wasn't talking about nothing. But Adam Kraft, back at yeah. Yeah, look at you look. Y'all see his face? He like, yeah, Adam Kraft, that's that guy. And he young. He young. Yeah, Adam Kraft, he's that guy.
Was that the one that cost $12,000?
Yeah, but the charger that I had, like, that was a good price. That was very reasonable for the charges that I had. I had 2 aggravated assaults and 2 attempted murders and some more charges. I had a lot of charges. I ain't tripping. I probably need to stand that shit, man. That's how I came up with Voodoo. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everything happened for a reason. But that shit crazy because, like, that shit ain't no place for nobody, especially in Georgia. Like, we in the country. I don't give a damn where you at, even if you in Atlanta, shot like, this shit is, you know what I'm saying? But I can't count though. Atlanta police, shit, I don't have no problem. I ain't doing shit illegal, so I ain't doing shit but rapping, shit. But where I'm from, it's just different, cause it's like rednecks down here, and they got a vendetta. They don't like blacks. They don't like other races. They don't like Hispanics. They don't like us. It's like straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and some of them might be cool with you, you know what I'm saying, cause they kids love you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get treated different now, like, by, like, a lot of folks from home, but I don't know how I could say my interaction with police would be back at home, because I don't never be home. Like, ever since all this been going on, I stayed away for a reason, and I see how every, like, thing be crumbling down there, like, everything just, I'm just, like, looking back, like, damn, all this shit going on down there, and I'm waiting. And it's like, all this shit was going on when I was there, but it's like, when you in it and you living it and you ain't got really shit to lose, you don't give a fuck. It's regular. Shit, I ain't got shit to lose now, but when you got shit at stake, you know what I'm saying? I moved away. And like QCP, he's telling me like, you just need to get out your hometown. Y'all don't need to be down there. And I listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, just my brother being down there, just like he ain't even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? My brother ain't even doing nothing. For just pulling his car over for no reason. I'm like, bro, you don't need to be down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I went down to get my brother. 4 in the morning trying to get my brother to come from down there. He like, bro, we straight. We ain't did nothing. We ain't doing nothing. We good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went to the park, tried to show love to the kids. He get shot the same day. Nigga be hating. Nigga always hate. You got money now. And especially if you have problems with niggas back at home, niggas don't like you, or you got money now, like, nigga would never try us back. When, you know what I'm saying, when we ain't have shit to lose. And nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? But now nigga, like, they hear, like Boo said, nigga hear your music everywhere they go, they kids listen to your music, they aunties, they cousins, they say some shit about you, your people telling you you hating, you know what I'm saying? And like, this nigga did this, me for all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So, niggas be like, they feel like, it be like, the pussy nigga who will try you now. Cause they just feel like, oh, I gotta, too much hate and envy and jealousy build up in niggas. I just be feeling like, I don't even put myself in a situation like that, cause like, I know what I'm capable of doing. And I know like I'm not gonna trust it. I ain't gonna trust these niggas. I don't trust you. I don't trust them niggas. So I know what I'm be on anyway. I'm probably gonna be on the bullshit that's being around them niggas. Like, I might be the one who do some bullshit, some fucked up ass shit. Nigga might say I'm hating, cause I don't like them. I don't wanna be around no niggas I had a problem with. That's why I stay from home and I left all that shit away and I just focus on music. Cause at the end of the day, like, all that shit good, but this what I wanted, like, my whole life. Why the fuck would I risk all that shit? Like, and that town ain't, they wouldn't got nothing supporting me. Shit, fuck, I'm look like going back down here risking everything for some bullshit. Nah, man, this music shit, this what I've been wanting to do my whole fucking life. That's why I say, like, I never got down. I ain't with bullshit, man. I'm focused, I'm trying to get some money.
So just for clarification, once more, you were in Billett County, am I pronouncing that right?
B-I-B-B. Bill.
Bibb County.
Yeah.
Bibb County for 2 years fighting the attempted murder charges.
No, I did, yeah, basically, yeah, you can say that. I was in 2 different counties at the same time. Like,
Yeah, so just break that.
in 2 years, like, in a 2-year time frame, I was in this county for a year and this county for a year. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause it took me a year to beat charged and discounted, and then it took me a year to be charged and discounted. So it was 2 years and all. And like, but them other charges, like I had already did 18 months about them charging one time before, but I had got out on bond. So all the time, like man, that's why I said like I was just ready to get through with that shit. Like ain't nobody trying to keep bonding out on this shit, especially when you ain't nobody gonna do it for you anyway. So it's just like stop stressing about that shit and just handle it business, take that shit to court.
So I just want to tie some loose ends here. You mentioned where you're from, you mentioned city, you used the phrase hometown. What area are you referencing there?
You mean like in my hometown of Waycross? Like what area I'm
Well,
from?
throughout this interview, you kept saying phrases like where I'm from, you said my city, and then you said my hometown, but you never actually named what any of that
Waycross.
stuff was. Okay.
Waycross, Georgia. Yeah. Swamp.
And this is for viewers getting to know you for the very first time. And then you mentioned you moved. Care to share where you moved to?
Atlanta. The city.
And when you moved, was that before the quality control situation or after?
It was like I'm gonna say I'm gonna say after, cause like I ain't gonna say well before it was before I got signed. You know what I'm saying? But see, like my mama was staying in Atlanta. My mama been staying in Atlanta. Like I ain't like Atlanta ain't nothing new to me. Like my mama been staying in Atlanta for like the last 12 years, but she just moved to Tennessee. Like for the last like she been staying Tennessee for the last 2 years. So like I used to be in the city. Like my aunties and stuff up here. I got people up here and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people up here. Got homeboys and everything up here. My mom stayed up here for 12 years, you feel me? So it's just like, when I used to got them come visit and shit, like, how I got them, how I got to Macon, goddamn, I was in jail, and when I got out of jail, my mom was like, you could just come stay with me. Like, my mama had a big ass house, all that shit. I was still, like, on some dumb shit, like, dumb shit. My mama buying weed, like a pound of weed in my room, my house. I had only been out for like a week. Man, goddamn, threw all my weed away, kicked my ass out. That's how I got down. I moved to Macon. I moved to Macon with my homeboy Trill from Atlanta. Well, I moved in with Trill, but we was so goddamn turned in Atlanta. We were like, man, we need to move. So I had started trouble, so we moved to Macon. And that shit wasn't no fucking better.
And in the 2 years you mentioned Bibb County, do you want to share the other county?
Ware County.
And which one was first out of the 2 years?
Where?
So Ware, 1 year, and then Bibb, 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And Voodoo, was that actually created in jail?
Yeah, it was created in Bibb County, in jail, yeah. Beating on my bunk.
And you mentioned, well, there are two people off camera, and you were talking to them off camera, but you didn't mention any names. Care to share any of the names of the people off camera?
Yeah, that's AD, and that's the one who I was locked up with. Like my partner, I was telling y'all, didn't they? That my sis, like I probably seen her in the Voodoo video. Like me and her be doing music together too. So like my fans, they know they skilo.
But not biologically related, just using the phrase sis.
Yeah, that's just my shit.
Now, AD, you don't have a mic on. I don't know if you want to speak on camera or not, but if you do, I do have a question. Is there anything you want to add or subtract to what QG said?
No, that's just his move.
And you really said that to him? You said you could picture him being on quality control one day?
Numerous times.
So when that actually happens in real life, and he has that QC chain around his neck, something you said could happen, what do you make of that?
I mean, they say you can talk things into existence. And I played up.
I played out for real. That's not crazy, cause I ain't even believe it. I ain't even believe it, bro. It's just like, I ain't even believe it. And it's like, when it was happening, it's like, damn, like I'm seeing it, like, everything. That's how I felt like I already knew what to do. I knew how I needed to do it. And it's like, with the QC shit. Like, it was a lot of labels trying to sign me, but like QC, that's my dream label. And it's like, we built up the clout on the video, like, cause when I did the little freestyle, like, I want to post on TikTok, like, we finna make this a song. Like, I want to post a snippet. They're like, oh, he hard. They're like, he can actually, like, and I went to building up the momentum on it. Like, that's what kept making it big, and I kept dropping other snippets that kept going viral of the song with millions of views, and I was, like, putting a date on it. I was like, I'm gonna drop the song in 2 weeks, and everybody was waiting for me to drop the date on it. That's how and it was like, I put up my YouTube, and every day I post something. They think it'd be Voodoo, but I'm just posting my other music, building it up, like, you know what I'm saying? And then when the Voodoo day dropped, I dropped the audio, boom, and the audio hit like 300K on YouTube the first day. It was like going up, like it was just crazy to me. And the shit just got down, it was amazing, like the shit just kept going up and up and up, you know. And then, like, audio labels just hit me up out of nowhere on my Instagram. Cause I ain't even had no TikTok, really. I ain't even had no TikTok at the time. So I made a TikTok. Everybody like, you gotta make a TikTok. And then that's just how that shit started going. That shit crazy.
When it comes to that song, Voodoo, are there any unknown facts or stories in regards to this song that's never been publicly mentioned before? In regards to creating it, recording it, or releasing it?
I just made it in jail.
Did you think it was a hit song when you created it in jail?
Yeah. I thought all my songs were hit songs when I made them in jail. Cause I wouldn't have made them. If I felt like it was trash, I would have just stopped making it. But that one right there, I used to rap for all the inmates. And they should like let me know which one. I'd be like, yeah, that one the one. And they should love that Voodoo.
Now, once again, for viewers watching this, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share your YouTube channel name?
Yeah, it's BOA QG.
And what about your Instagram screen name?
It's BOA_QG.
And what about your TikTok?
It's BOA_QG. Everything.
When it comes to your sis, which you pointed off to off the camera, care to share how you first two met? Do you remember that?
She rap, like, she dope. Like, she, like, one of the people, like, I looked up to, like, in my city with rapping. Like, she, like, so raw. Like, she used to make me want to, like, she was, like, the person who, like, she ain't know it, but, like, when I first met her, like, I ran her down at the store, at the corner store, like, Nay. She ain't know me. That's my first time meeting her. I'm like, Nay. She stopped. She like, what's up? What's up, little bro? She looking at me. Her soda ass like, what's up, little bro? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, like, bro, I'm a fan of your music, bro. Like, I really fuck with you. Like, I was like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm trying to do the right shit too. Like, I was like, shit, man, just goddamn, I want to do a song with you, man. You need to tell me, like, goddamn, give me some pointers and tell me what I need to work on. Like, man, cause you hard, like, you hard. Like, everybody fuck with her. And, like, she was, like, really, like, she ain't got nothing to do no lame shit. She really got nothing to fuck with the music. You know what I'm saying? Look my shit up. She was like, yo, you hard. And the way, like, I had my little shit up, like, I had the video look like a TikTok video, but TikTok wasn't out then. You feel me? But I used to just customize my video a certain type of way that make people watch it. She like, how you did that? And I was like, man, I can show you how to do this shit. I'm trying to do anything, you know what I'm saying? Get a song with her. I think we was finna go to the studio one night, but we both did something. We both did some other shit, cause I was on purpose. There's no telling what shit goddamn on. We couldn't never just goddamn get there like time. We'd be in the studio with each other and we'd be vibing so hard, chilling, like having a good time. We wouldn't even goddamn do the song. We'd be vibing out so hard. So, but we got some gas now though. I ain't even gonna lie. And she was the girl that was in the beginning of the Voodoo video. And like people realize and now they're like, damn, like she hard as hell. Cause like they ain't know she rap. They just seen her at the beginning of the video, like the girl singing and stuff. Everybody told us the girl in the video, the Voodoo girl, that's what they be calling her. And they see like she pressure. Like she one of them people like, cause we ain't got no competition in our city. Like it's a lot of people that's good as hell down there and it's gonna make you set your bar before. Cause our city, they gon' like when we from our area, just like 912, like they gonna bash you. Like if you better not come with no bullshit or just if you just working on your craft, keep it to yourself. And I said it to you ready to drop it. You gotta be like that's some bullshit. Take it down. This is nerd, and she wasn't one of them people. So like when you listen to them, you like okay, when I drop my shit, like I gotta goddamn have. And our cities like they only focus on one person at a time. So you're gonna have competition regardless. So she was really like, this the only person that I like, only her, 3, 4 other people I could compete with. And I listen to their music on blast, you know what I'm saying? Cause it helped me with tips like delivery wise, like be better with your delivery and more fully on your words and how you pronounce shit. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like motivate. It's like we motivate each other to go harder.
Remember what age this was in your life when you two finally meet?
That was like what?
Like 2014,
Yeah,
2015.
that was a long ass time ago. I was young. I know I had to be like 17, 16. Nah, I was younger than that. I was younger than that.
But it was about 2014.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have a mic on, but you can still be heard if you'd like. Do you want to add or subtract to anything he just said about you or how you two met?
Nah, I just when he showed me his art, I could have shot him down. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I didn't. Cause look at the position he in. I was already rapping. Now he in the position to help me when he was once looking for help from me.
Now, why didn't you shoot him down? Because you could have.
I didn't because I just that's not my character.
And I ain't gonna count like at the time, but a nigga wasn't what he is now, boy.
Yeah, that's not my character. I just seen his potential. I knew he would get better with time.
Oh God.
That's it.
I feel like, cause back then, like, it's just like, even when I would ask, I ain't gonna count, bro. It's just like, I just still like, I don't give a fuck. I'm pushing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting better. It made me want to be like, I made me want to be a monster in the studio. Like, I don't think I want to do it get better. Like, now I don't look at other rappers as competition. I look in the mirror as my competition now. Every day, I'm my only competition. I'm the only person I'm competing with, myself. Every day is a battle. How can you get yourself better? How can you improve yourself? Even with your thinking, your decision making, your strategy, business-wise, everything.